Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. Welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. I'm Vic and hey, there were some good sports results last night. Some interesting basketball is what I've got to say today on the channel. Interesting basketball. Now this morning we've had a little bit of technical issues because I could see there were a lot more of you in the chat this morning, and then a hell of a lot of the chat has been taken away. So because like about half an hour ago, there were about 30 people in the chat and all your messages are gone. I do not know. That seems to happen quite often on YouTube lately, but it is what it is. Don't you worry about a thing. There's a song goes like that, doesn't it? So look at our topics. Football, US sports, EuroLeague, cricket around the world. There was the Pro Bowl in football as well last night. So let's check that all out. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. It's getting smaller all the time. And if you want to get hold of us, that's the email at the bottom. We are up to 134,924. Are we going to hit 135,000 today? That would be fantastic. Let's start off with the football. Was the Carabao Cup last night there, and Arsenal into the final. They haven't won the Carabao Cup for many years now, so they're in the final. They'll be looking to see who meets them in the final this evening between Manchester City and Newcastle, but it is looking good for Manchester City. So it could be a Manchester City-Arsenal final. Look, it wasn't the greatest game. I did it yesterday. We got the goal in the 97th minute. Chelsea didn't do enough. Arsenal didn't have to do more, so that is that result. Then in the Italian league, let me put my sound soft here. That was in the Serie A. Milan beat Bologna 3-0, which closes the gap to Inter down to 5 points. Milan, the number one hunter of Inter Milan, so check that out. That's going to be interesting. And then Italy, the two Milan clubs fighting it out for the championship. Then Bayer Leverkusen in the German Cup knocked off St. Pauli. People wondering, where is St. Pauli from? St. Pauli is from the city of Hamburg. They lost 3-0 to Leverkusen, so Leverkusen through to the German Cup. That's maybe the only thing that can save Leverkusen's season a little bit, is the Cup. They're not doing so great in the league this year. And last but not least, St. Mirren knocked off Hearts of Midlothian. Ooh, not a good loss there for Hearts if they want to do something in the Scottish Premier League. A good win for St. Mirren, good win for them. So that was our football update. Don't forget, big weekend ahead of us there in the Premier League. So looking forward to seeing that coming up on the weekend. But we got to get into the Eurobasket because that was massive last night. Let's have a look at that. I mean, all those games. Vern did two of them. He did Dubai against Olympiacos. That's 108-98 for Dubai. That was in an overtime win. Oh, let me see someone. Good morning. Someone new in the house this morning. Welcome. Yeah, this morning, like I said, the chat this morning is crazy because about a half an hour ago, we had around about 30 people in the chat with all messages, and then they were all just deleted at once. I didn't delete them, I can tell you that. Good win for Dubai against Olympiacos. Anadolu with a surprising win against Valencia. They haven't had a good season, 107-90. Zalgiris took care of Monaco, 104-87. Red Star knocking off Hapoel Tel Aviv there, 87-75. Maccabi took care of Partizan, 95-93. Olympiacos Piraeus beating Real Madrid, 82-81. That was another game Vern did last night. Must have been very, very exciting, close game. That Bologna-Villeurbanne game is tonight. Bayern beating Paris, 81-75. Good win for Fenerbahce in Barcelona, 78-82. Baskonia losing to Milano, 109-89. Now, if I got this correct, let me see. What did Real do? They lost. All four Spanish teams last night lost. It was not a night to get out the sangria and the paella. Not a good night for the Spanish teams in the EuroLeague. All four of them lost. But don't worry. Let's have a look at the table. And maybe that'll help you out a little bit more if you're Spanish, because Real Madrid, Valencia, and Barcelona are still all in the playoff hunt. Fenerbahce now officially the top dog in the league. And yeah, I know some teams are on 26 games, some teams are on 25 games. But yeah, there you go. Real Madrid, fourth. Valencia, fifth. Panathinaikos, Red Star Belgrade. Barcelona, Zalgiris and Monaco. Look, yeah, some of the bottom teams did win, so it's getting closer there. But I still think we've got our playoff picture already. It is what it is, as we say in the mornings here. Then don't forget, hey, Six Nations tomorrow starting, the rugby. And it all starts off with France against Ireland in week 1. Live on this channel. Today, don't forget, this afternoon at 1700. Our big DEFCON rugby show, Six Nations preview. That's going to be very informative. That's the word I'm looking for. So join us for that. Can't wait for that game tomorrow. That's going to be great. Don't forget, tomorrow the Premier League of Darts also starts. Night 1, we're not going to be doing night 1, but from night 2 we'll be doing it due to the rugby. Then in the US, the Pro Bowl yesterday. If people don't know what the Pro Bowl is, it's kind of like the all-star game of the NFL. But look, you don't have anybody from the 2 Super Bowl teams. So yeah, the NFC beat the AFC. It's flag football. It's just a lot of fun. It's nothing competitive. So the NFC won 66-52. As you can see, the score. That's just the way it is there. It's not if you're looking for a competitive game of football, that's not the place to go. But hey, we've got to move to the NBA and big trade. Let's put these 2 boys up. The beard, James Harden has been traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland. Now, I think the Clippers won this trade. You're getting a younger player, I think more energetic. I think this is a great move for the Clippers. It's not a bad move for the Cavaliers. You get a lot of playoff experience with Harden. But we do know James Harden is famous for bottling it in the playoffs. Let's be honest. So let's see if this is good for Cleveland in the long run. But yeah, big trade. I look, today and tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I think, is trade deadline. I still think there's a blockbuster coming. I'm mentioning the word Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I somehow got a feeling, I got a crazy feeling the word LeBron James is still going to pop up. LeBron James is still going to pop up. I don't know why. A lot of people say, no, he's staying in LA. I think LeBron could be on the trading block. And if LeBron goes, I hope Bronny has to go too. There you go. So yeah, big trades coming up in the NBA, I think, still in the next 24 hours. So let's check that out. Then NBA results. Let's talk about those results. I can tell you that Suns Trailblazers game is still on. Let me just go check that out. There we go. The Suns Trailblazers game is. I don't know why they got all. It's kind of like. Yeah, it's all crazy today. I don't know why that is like that. I mean, that Suns Trailblazers game. At the moment, the internet is screwing me around. I can tell you that. There you go. This makes all no sense, what I've got going here. Okay, let's have a look. Rockets, Pacers, that's not... This could be totally crazy, or this could be not crazy. I don't know. There it is. Yeah. Forget about it. We'll just do it like that. So the Nuggets lost to the Pistons 121-124. The Jazz beating the Pacers 131-122. The Knicks took care of the Wizards 132-101. The Lakers beat the Nets 125-109. Like I said, the Trailblazers and the Suns are still going at the moment. The Suns are in the lead at the moment. The Hawks beat my Heat 127-115. Good win for the Celtics. They're taking care of the Mavericks 110-100. The Bulls losing to the Bucks 115-131. Big win for the Bucks. Surprise, surprise. The Thunder had no problem with the Magic 92-128. And the Warriors lost to the 76ers 113-94. Let's have a look at the tables. We'll start out there in the West. Look, Thunder out on top. It gets interesting. I think it gets interesting to see who makes the playoffs. The Warriors downwards. I think the Warriors are in. Their lead is too big on the Memphis Grizzlies and the Mavericks. I think it's Clippers, Portland Trailblazers, Memphis and Dallas will fight it out, where I think the Clippers, now with Darius Garland and a healthy Kawhi Leonard, I think they're not going to miss the playoffs. Then in the East, look, the Pistons still the number one team ahead of the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Raptors. Where do you have to worry if you... I think from Miami all the way down to Charlotte, that Charlotte's still got a chance to get into the playoffs. I can't see the Bucks doing it, and especially I think that trade is coming. I think Giannis is leaving. There you go. Then in the NHL, there were some games last night as well. The Blue Jackets beat the Devils. Capitals lost to the Flyers 2-4. The Senators lost to the Hurricanes 3-4. The Sabres lost to the Lightning 3-4. The Penguins lost to the Islanders 5-4. The Maple Leafs beat the Oilers 5-2. And the Kraken and the Ducks are still at it. They are in the third quarter now. Last I saw, I think it was 2-2. So yeah, interesting there. That's why, don't forget, the tables are without the last results there. In the West, Colorado Avalanche, no problems there. They're still on top, ahead of the Wild, the Stars, and my Knights. Who do I think are gone from the playoffs? I think the Canucks are gone. I can't see the Blues doing it anymore. The Flames, neither. The Winnipeg Jets and the Blackhawks. I think it starts off getting interesting from the National Predators upwards to see who gets into that Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, what are you? Eastern Conference, Lightning out on top there. Where does the playoff cutoff start? Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah. Well, look, the Rangers are out of it. The Rangers are not going to make the playoffs, let's be honest. The Devils must probably not either. The Panthers could still put on a good run there at the end. So let's see what the Panthers and the Philadelphia Flyers still can do. That is your NFL East. A little bit of college hoops today. Men's college hoops. St. John's beat St. Paul's. DePaul, 68-56. Pittsburgh lost to Virginia for 67-47. St. Louis beat Davidson 91-82. Miami beat Buffalo 73-71. UConn, the Huskies took on Xavier and beat them 92-60. Duke Blue Devils beat Boston College 67-49. The Ole Miss Rebels lost to the Tennessee Volunteers 84-66. I'll update you a lot more on all of that on Thursday. Don't forget, Thursday, 1700, across the pond, everything North American. That comes up tomorrow. Then last but not least, good morning, Paul Terry, Muad'Din. Are you doing the City game? I do not know yet. I'll be very honest. After last night, I do not know, but most probably I'll do City against Newcastle. We'll see. Good morning, Paul. Paul Terry must be happy this morning with his Arsenal winning. Just a cricket result from yesterday as well. T20, that's all warm-ups to the World Cup that is starting on the weekend. England beat Sri Lanka, so England won by 12 runs. They won that series 3-0, that warm-up series. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there on the weekend when the T20 starts. Still a lot of infighting going. What is happening with Pakistan? Are they going to play in India? Are they not going to play? Total disarray once again in the cricket. All politics hitting the cricket. Don't forget, Sevens Rugby on the weekend. Super Bowl on this channel. I'm going to bring out a Super Bowl preview somewhere on Friday. Got to check out how much time we got for all that stuff. So Super Bowl on the weekend, Premier League on the weekend, T20 World Cup, Olympics is starting. It actually starts today. The first competition starts today. The curling starts today. And some of the downhill training is already starting today, so I'm going to be watching a little bit of that. But officially, it starts on Friday evening with the opening ceremony. I'm going to try to do something there for that, so check that out. But that was the sports today. A little bit crazy this morning because kind of YouTube didn't give everybody their chats out this morning. Don't know what happened there because I was in at 5 o'clock and at 5 o'clock we had like about 30 chats in, and then like at 6:30 they disappear. Crazy. I do not know why, but it is what it is. So guys, listen, you have a great day. Have a great sports day, and check us out this afternoon, 1700, our next show. That is the DEFCON Rugby Show, and it's all about the Six Nations. The preview will take all 6 teams to task. see who we think is going to win, who's going to get the wooden spoon, who's going to be the surprise team. Is there any surprises? Top players, who do we think could be like the kind of the MVP of the Six Nations? So join us for that. You guys, everybody, have a great morning. Be safe, be happy, and see you guys later.